Turkeys are expensive, so I'm going to show you a more budget-friendly chicken recipe that is perfect for Christmas. These chicken thighs are stuffed with sausage and stuffing and seasoned with turkey seasoning. They'll look so impressive on your Christmas table.
You'll find a list of ingredients and measurements in the description below. For the seasoning, you'll need 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of sage, and a half teaspoon of onion powder. And give that a mix. The brown sugar helps the skin of your bird to get nice and crispy, and this is perfect for dry brining.
Let's debone our chicken thighs.
The easiest way to do this is by locating your bone and then slicing directly on top of the bone. Then carefully cut on either side of the bone. You want to be cautious not to cut through the chicken thigh, so shallow, slow cuts are best here. Stop as soon as you can feel the underneath of the bone. I like to slide my finger under the bone just to remove any attached meat. So with your knife pointing away from you, you want to slide it up under the smaller knuckle. This should come away really easily. The side with the bigger knuckle is slightly more tricky. You want to make sure you're getting all of the cartilage around that bone. So do the same thing by sliding your knife underneath and cutting away slowly. If you've got any chicken that's clinging to the bone, you can scrape it down with your knife. And then just slice off the last little bit. Make sure you're checking your chicken for any little bits of bone or cartilage. It's a fairly simple job to do, and it will save you so much money because bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs are much cheaper than the boneless variety. I'll set these aside until we're ready to use them.
Now that we've got a load of chicken bones, I'm going to show you how to make a quick stock to make our gravy.
Pop your chicken bones into a pot and add in 4 cups of water. If you're using more or less chicken, I recommend 1 cup of water for every 2 bones. Add in 1 teaspoon of salt and a bay leaf. Turn that up to high to bring to a boil. Once it starts to boil, bring it down to a gentle simmer to get all of the flavor from those bones. You may find that you'll get some scum rising to the top of your stock, so just scoop that off with a spoon. You don't want it to discolor your stock or your gravy. You'll find that this can happen if there's still blood or meat on your bones. Back to our chicken. We're going to remove the chicken skin. I like to start on the wider end of the chicken thigh because there's less fat connecting the skin to the chicken. You may need a knife, but I find it so much easier just to slide your fingers underneath. Then you've got no risk of cutting in your chicken or tearing your skin. We're going to set our skin aside because we're going to use it to roll up our chicken later on.
If you'd rather use boneless, skinless chicken thighs for this recipe, you can wrap the outsides of the chicken thighs with bacon once they've been rolled up.
This is also a good time to check your chicken thighs for any bits of bones that you might have missed earlier.
Get your oven heated to 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit.
Now that our thighs have been skinned and deboned, it's time to pound them flat. Cover your chicken with some cling film and just use whatever you have to smash them out. And you're not looking for your chicken thighs to be super thin. We just want them to be nice and even all the way across. Let's make our stuffing. I'm using 4 sausages, half a sausage per chicken thigh. Each sausage is roughly 70 grams. That works out to 280 grams in total. Remove your sausage meat from its casing by grabbing it in the middle and squeezing to either side. To the sausage, add 1 cup of prepared stuffing. You could make your own, or you could use a box mix. I have my homemade stuffing recipe linked in the description below. Give that a really good mix with your hands, or if you're a bit squeamish, you can use a fork. Sprinkle the underside of your chicken thigh with a little bit of that seasoning. Then using 1/8 of the stuffing mix, spread it across your chicken thigh. Then starting from the short end, roll up your chicken thigh to encase all of the sausage and set it aside. Once you've rolled up all of your chicken thighs, top them with some of that seasoning. Now take that chicken skin that you reserved earlier and wrap one around each thigh. Make sure it's nice and tight. Pop these on a lined baking tray. This is a great time to freeze these. They can be made up to 2 months in advance, popped in the freezer, and then defrosted the night before, ready to bake for Christmas. Once they've defrosted, sprinkle a little bit more of that seasoning on top of each one of the skins. Let's get these into the oven.
These will cook for 40 minutes or until an instant read thermometer comes to 165 Fahrenheit or 74 degrees Celsius. Now's the perfect time if you're making roast potatoes to pop them in with your chicken. They'll cook a little bit longer while the chicken is resting.
I'm also going to add in about a tablespoon of the seasoning to that simmering stock pot. This will complement the flavors of the chicken and give it a real holiday feel. That stock is looking so flavorful. Let's strain it out, ready to make our gravy. Pour any of the juices that have come off the chicken into that stock that we made earlier. I'm going to scoop the fat off of the top so that we're just using the stock for our gravy. To make your gravy, you want equal parts flour and fat. So I'm using 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 tablespoon of that flavorful chicken fat, and 2 tablespoons of flour. If you haven't got the chicken fat, you can just use butter. Heat your fat until they start to get bubbly. Once all of your fat has melted, add in your flour. Whisk well until all of the flour and fat has come together, just until it starts to turn to a nutty brown color. While continuously whisking, slowly add in your stock. Give it a taste and season accordingly, adding water if your stock's a little bit too salty. You'll want to whisk this regularly on high heat until it starts to thicken. Then turn the temperature down to keep it warm while you're serving up the rest of your meal. The most festively delicious glossy gravy. All that's left to do is slice up your chicken and serve.
Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you loved this recipe. If you're looking for more delicious Christmas-style food, check out my Christmas playlist. And be sure to hit the like button and subscribe because I come out with a new video every week. See you next time!